So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, for sure.
Donald Trump recently slams his former chief of staff, John Kelly, calling him a degenerate and a lowlife. Kelly, a former U.S. Marine Corps general, received support from Kamala Harris for his statements labeling Trump a fascist. Kelly's remarks have intensified the debate over fascism in the 2024 presidential election. Trump also directed criticism at his Democratic opponent, inaccurately accusing Harris of comparing him to Adolf Hitler. Harris had amplified Kelly's comments in a televised address and endorsed them during a CNN town hall.
He said he wanted generals like Adolf Hitler had. Donald Trump said that because he does not want a military that is loyal to the United States Constitution. He wants a military that is loyal to him. He wants a military who will be loyal to him personally, one that will obey his orders even when he tells them to break the law or abandon their oath to the Constitution of the United States. In just the past week, Donald Trump has repeatedly called his fellow Americans the enemy from within, and even said that he would use the United States military to go after American citizens. And let's be clear about who he considers to be the enemy from within. Anyone who refuses to bend a knee or dares to criticize him would qualify, in his mind, as the enemy within, like judges, like journalists, like nonpartisan election officials. It is deeply troubling and incredibly dangerous that Donald Trump would invoke Adolf Hitler, the man who is responsible for the deaths of 6 million Jews and hundreds of thousands of Americans.
Trump's response came through social media posts after Kelly's comments in a New York Times interview, where Kelly recounted Trump praising Hitler's accomplishments while in office. In another interview with The Atlantic, Kelly stated that Trump lamented not having generals loyal in the way he believed Hitler's commanders were. Trump replied on his Truth Social platform, claiming that Kelly fabricated the story out of Trump derangement syndrome hatred. Trump described Kelly as having two qualities that clashed, saying Kelly was tough and dumb. Trump concluded by calling Kelly a lowlife. Kelly told the New York Times that
certainly the former president is in the far right area. He's certainly an authoritarian, admires people who are dictators. He has said that. So he certainly falls into the general definition of fascist, for sure.
In a statement Wednesday, Harris responded to the interview, warning that Trump sought unchecked power. Harris described Trump's alleged references to Hitler as deeply troubling and incredibly dangerous. She later told CNN's Anderson Cooper that she agreed with Kelly's assessment and commended him for issuing a 911 call to the public. Trump replied with a post on X, which garnered over 20 million views and 292,000 likes. In the post, Trump accused Harris of comparing him to Hitler and making other statements, allegedly because polls suggested she was losing. Stephen Chung, Trump's campaign communications director, accused Harris of using dangerous rhetoric. Chung claimed her statements contributed to assassination attempts against Trump. Elizabeth Newman, former deputy chief of staff in Trump's Homeland Security Department, supported Kelly's characterization of Trump as undemocratic. Newman stated that Trump does not operate by the rule of law. She added that Trump exhibited authoritarian tendencies and leaned toward ultra-nationalism. Trump's Republican supporters dismissed Kelly's statements. New Hampshire Governor Chris Sununu called Kelly's comments an outrageous statement. Sununu suggested that Trump's history of extreme comments was baked in to voters' perceptions of him. Sununu noted his respect for Kelly, but pointed out that the two men had a significant personal conflict. The dispute drew attention away from other events on the campaign trail. During this period, Trump issued additional threats against Jack Smith, the special counsel investigating his actions surrounding the 2020 election. In an interview with conservative broadcaster Hugh Hewitt, Trump was asked whether he would fire Smith or grant himself a presidential pardon. Trump responded that he would fire him within 2 seconds. Trump also claimed to have immunity from the Supreme Court, referring to a recent ruling.